make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make we shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun diary politico. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, this one not day of in mind. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun.
Hello there. Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. Mayegun today. Oh, wala wow. If they tell you say wala no day, well, I am here to tell you that wahala day gidigan will take them in. We will take them apart tonight. Share the broadcast.
Godfather is in. Go see Lord of Mayegun diary. Everybody say oh, kegoro lenu. Ani Mayegun lawamo, do.
Thank you very much.
Ani esuraki.
Tell them. Now, the people that did this to you are suddenly caring about you. The joke, just October 2020. Thank you very much. Also, in fact, let's start. Okay, share the broadcast, like it, subscribe, do all you have to do. Read the caption, read the description, okay, and sit back, relax, and let's start. Okay, the first part of this chart has to do with a new republic that is about to emerge inside the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is going to be called the Federal Republic of Kaduna. And the president of that republic will be no other person than the little Hitler, the Kaduna little finger, Rufai. You see, this fuel scarcity, naira scarcity, and the sudden love for the people by the APC, Egbekegbe Tifnumbu faction, we need to trace it back a little bit. Okay? These guys are making you believe that they are concerned about you when it comes to this naira swap or naira change and the rest of that. Okay? And with the battle between them right now, As much as they are trying to dance around the real person, the real weary behind the whole thing, Buhari, they have decided to bring the entire house down. Let's start with the Supreme Court. Their Supreme Court that gave a judgment to Robert Stamper Lawan, somebody who didn't contest any primary elections, and he was declared winner because of the technical error made by the legal team of the real winner. That's the Supreme Court. Well, Buhari, Emefiole, they came together, put an idea together, called it policy. And they said they were changing Nigeria Naira. This guy didn't say PIM for 3 straight months. Right? Then suddenly they realized, come on, this is targeted at us. How are we going to dispose of all this stashed cash that we have? So they then shifted onto your side, avoided Buhari, then they jumped straight to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court that has no real jurisdiction over this. The Supreme Court now gave the order that February 10, which is just about 2 days away, the CBN gave as the deadline of exchanging the old Naira notes with the new Naira notes. And then if you have old Naira notes, it will become illegal to spend it. Nobody will collect it from you anymore. Why? So they went to the Supreme Court that the Supreme Court should compel Emefiole to extend the day, what do you call it? To extend the deadline indefinitely, like forever. Let the old note and the new note coexist. Let people spend them together. But the intention is not actually because of the poor people that are not going to get their money changed due to the underdevelopment of Nigeria by these rogues that continue to brag every now and then of building ultra-modern this, ultra-modern that. But today, it is now obvious that 90% of Nigeria is underdeveloped because of this money-changing issue. Abi? So they went to the to the Supreme Court. They left the High Court, which is the one that can only interpret. It can't even order central bank. No court can order central bank to do anything according to your law. No court. What court can do is to interpret the process in you, or the what do you call it? The way the process is being handled, though. But when the policy is policy, right? You can't. Anyway, they went to the Supreme Court, where Lawan got the same judgment for the cabals. So El Rufai, with confidence, he now went back to Kaduna to tell the people of Kaduna, listen, remember that changing of money in Nigeria can never be done without the approval of the president. They asked Buhari about these money changes, and he said there is no going back on it. Yeah? But El Rufai, Tifnumbu, and the rest, they continue to pretend that they can't publicly mention Buhari. So the battle is now between APC versus APC. But they need you, because guess what? Like everything in the past, you have always been the most suffering victims of them. All you have been the victims. But they never cared. But this particular one will cost them election, as they said. And it seems to be working. Let me tell you something. There is a poll called the Steers poll. The reason why the Desperation is taking new turn, and it's going to continue to twist and twist until they will push for the postponement of your election. Yeah, that is also in the pipeline. Supreme Court will first give this mad, confusing judgment soon, and that will add to further confusion. Okay, and after that, the same Supreme Court is going to say postpone the election. Are you with me? That will be the beginning. But here is how they are shooting themselves in the foot. They sat back all this while, and even till now, they continue to praise Buhari to his face. Why the country bleed? Okay, but instead of them to be righteous and honest about it, no, they have to milk it. So what have they done? The Supreme Court has now given a temporary injunction, which now says the old Naira note should exist until 15th of February, when they will now read the case brought by the APC governors led by Rufai. So they will now determine the case and all of that, then they will now rule. Okay, but for now, it's not going to end. So the confusion is there. Central Bank says on the 10th, Supreme Court of Rufai said on the 15th, Justice something Okoro. You won't believe it, if you begin to hear the names of the criminal justices that are doing all of this in the Supreme Court, it will shock you, but it is Nigeria. Sure you get. Now, the problem is this. Immediately, Rufai returned back to Kaduna. He told the Kaduna people, don't worry yourselves anymore. Don't take your money to the bank. Forget it. Keep your money. Don't worry about any order or anything. Forget. That is telling the people of Kaduna that Kaduna governor, who has no jurisdiction when it comes to currency and money, no matter how much you pretend to be ignorant, okay, this is part of the problem. All power belongs to federal government. Sure you get. Everybody just exists for the same, at the mercy of the federal government. Whoever is the federal government, everyone else exists at their mercy. That's why they want to kill themselves. For who control that federal government? But Rufai, deceiving his own people, misleading them, he went back to Kaduna, and he told them, keep all your money. Don't worry again, okay? You will keep your money for as long as you want, because after this February, once Asiwaju is elected, it will reverse all of this nonsense. What does that tell you? The fear of Buhari and gang. Tifnumbu is going to deal them a big blow that they are likely not going to be able to handle. They don't trust him. That's the problem. And you can see it in all of their act and all of that. But politics is mad. Politics, yeah, where they go. Sure you get, as they say, it's about their interest. And 24 hours in politics, Baba, be lifetime, very long time. But as of today, the whole internal lies, denier, the internal bickering, the internal wahala, the internal sabotage between themselves, is about to become the sabotage of the entire Nigeria. And I'm actually here to witness it. Rufai said what they are trying to do to Tifnumbu to stop him inside the APC can bring down Nigeria. It is beginning to make sense. He went back to Kaduna and he told them, don't listen to Buhari, don't listen to Emefiole. We are just counting days. The next few days now, Asiwaju will become the president-elect. So everything Buhari has done and is doing, we will wipe everything away. And that's the worst fear of Buhari. They want continuity. So if anybody tells you that a 2023 election is sorted, I am here to tell you that you might be preparing for election. These guys are not preparing for one. They are preparing for war. Because if APC should lose power, not to PDP, but to somebody like Peter Obi, you can only imagine the level of calamity that is upon these guys, and they fear that more than anything. So they will bring down the whole house, and I'll show you. This is not me. The desperation, and the reason why a lot of them will never stop talking about Obi this, Obi that, and the rest, is that forget social media. Are you with me? Things are occurring back in Nigeria, and that is what is forcing the hands of the Tifnumbu and gang. They are desperate now. This is something they never ever planned for. And should I tell you something? From what they are reporting back from that their own street in communities all over Nigeria right now, if they should hold that your election tomorrow, Atiku is no longer in the picture. No matter what they are creating out there. And their real worry is that if the entire establishment is going to collapse, and at the end of the day, for the first time, they might actually be losers. I'm saying this from what is fact, obvious. You are free to live in denial. It's all right, okay? But the truth is this: the likes of Rufai, Tifnumbu and gang, they are preparing for war, and that war is not with any of you holding PVC yet. It is for those that they believe are more powerful to cause internal recce for them. The old numbers are not adding up anymore. They are not. If not, APC versus APC. APC controls the Central Bank of Nigeria. APC government approved Naira change. APC government is in charge of petroleum in Nigeria. APC government has been budgeted the trillions for subsidy payment in Nigeria. For oil subsidy payment. APC government in Nigeria is now asking, who are those holding the fuel? Where are the fuel they paid for? Didn't they pay subsidy? Didn't they budget for that subsidy? Did they not borrow money to pay for it? Where is the fuel they pay? They used your money to pay subsidy for in 2022. So they are now agreeing that because of this internal sabotage, they call the wreck of Nigeria internal sabotage of Tifnumbu. Can you believe that? It is not about you. So I want us to be very clear about that. It's not about you. Everything they are pushing is not about you. Let us be very clear. They said that you not having access to Naira, having access to fuel is deliberate. Deliberately done by APC, Egbekegbe, Buhari, and Emefiole. But they don't want to mention Buhari, so they are mentioning Emefiole. And at the same time, they are saying that what you are suffering, all this hardship you are facing, all this struggle, and in whatever you are facing right now, they believe that it is being done because they want you to hate APC. They want you not to support APC. And the question is this: is this the first time that you are actually feeling the pang of APC, Egbekegbe, in 7 years? Is this the first time? Is this the first time you feel like if you have a chance, if you have that singular power, you would have all these rogues picked up one by one, cuffed and jailed for all their publicly known crimes? Is this the first time you feel like that? You feel so disgusted about them? Is this the first time you feel like what they have done to Nigeria, what they have done to Nigerians, how they have divided Nigeria, how they have impoverished Nigerians, how they have terrorized Nigerians in 7.5 years? Is this the first time that you're actually feeling a disgust towards APC, Egbekegbe? Is that? Of course not. So this is not them fighting for you. This is them screaming louder than you for the same pains that you have endured for 7 years, that they told you, and they called you wailing wailers. You remember? Wailing wailers. Crying criers. You remember that? Now they are wailing against one another. But guess what? The only people really wailing right now is actually Tifnumbu and gang. Have you not noticed? There's not seems to be much responses from Buhari and gang. They are not really responding. Have you not noticed? I'll tell you why. A poll came out and said whether they are sabotaging, whether APC is sabotaging APC, whether APC sabotaging APC is to make them hate APC and follow Peter Obi. You won't believe it. Oh. They said it in their meeting. They said Emefiole is Igbo. because Emefiole is Igbo, Emefiole is doing all of this as a member of IPOB so that Nigerians will hate APC. Are you with me? And then they would now support Obi. A propaganda that is they are setting right now called Takia. People said that in reality, Rufai is going to help Tifnumbu. I mean, it's going to help Tifnumbu to be hated more by northern Nigeria as well as Buhari. You see, this next 2 weeks, they're going to say things. And very soon, they are going to stop pretending, and they're going to start mentioning Buhari directly. Around that time, you yourself know that, bless everything, don't scatter finally. Trust me. Pay attention. It's called Desperation. I'll show you something. They did the poll, and they call it Steers poll. Okay? You see, El Rufai said Peter Obi is a Nollywood actor. Are you with me? In fact, before I even get to that, I'll come back to that political side. Talking about when El Rufai returned back to Kaduna, telling the people in Kaduna to keep their money and shouldn't change the money. Not telling them that El Rufai, has no say or control, but he is now telling them that the moment Tifnumbu comes in, it will stop and they can continue to spend, which means your new note in circulation, once Tifnumbu comes in, they're going to close it, cancel it, withdraw everything from it, and they're going to continue with your old note and all of that. But by then, they would have used the old note to pay and buy elections. Now, the old note is already losing value. People don't want to take them anymore. The reason why you are seeing people attacking banks here and there is because they went to the banks to make withdrawals and only for the banks to give them old note again. Same money they came in to deposit and all that, right? So, Tifnumbu and gang said, I mean, according to El Rufai, sorry, he spoke in Hausa, so you may not understand all he had to say. But for record, let me play it before I get to the part where this is where he declared Kaduna Republic. This is where the treasonable statement was made. This is where El Rufai told the people of Kaduna that whatever is going on in Nigeria, whether fuel or what have you, they should black out. It's none of their business. They should continue to trade. Even, he said, continue until we tell you not to. But he has no such power. So what that means is that billions of that same naira in the pocket of all these individuals are never going to be swapped. But by the time the election is over, El Rufai will be gone, they won't see him again, and then they would have to start counting their losses as well. But listen to this. If you understand Hausa is a plus for you, I'll tell you what I heard he said in this. Why? Just so you know, the guy standing next to him is called Ubasani. That is the guy that moved the motion for the change of Naira notes on the floor of the Nigerian Senate. That guy standing next to El Rufai in this video, Ubasani, is the APC governorship candidate in Kaduna. Now, as El Rufai was addressing these people, right, Ubasani, the man that has Old Rock used in moving the motion to change Nigeria money, is sitting back there and saying the policy is very, very, I mean, it's against the people. Their own party policy.
Ba zanga-zanga, ba tashin hankali, domin haka suke so. Yanzu nan na samu rahoto har hotuna haifun ana zanga-zanga da kone-kone a Abeokuta. Ana zanga-zanga da kone-kone a jihar Ondo. Kada mu haka. Abin da suke so kenan. Mu kunyatar da su. Mu zauna lafiya. Amma mu rika kudin tsofaffin da sababbin kuɗi. Ku bar su gama nan da kwana 18 aka yi zaɓe, bayan kwana 2 da yin zaɓe in Allah yadda da su zai magana. Kuma wannan sako ne daga shi kan Asuwaju Bola Tinubu ya ce in gaya mana. Kuma ga ba tare muka yi wannan alƙawarin cewa duk wanda yake da kuɗi bayan lokacin nan ya wuce
ya zo ko local government chairman din shi ko dan majalisar shi ko government house, mu za mu ɗauki kuɗin mu je central bank, dole su ba ku. So a gaya ma al'umma, kuma in Allah yarda gobe zan yi jawabi a gidan rediyo da talabijin in gaya ma al'umma jihar Kaduna abin da na gaya muku. Kun fara da ku ne don ku ne shugabanni, ku fara faɗa mutane, kuma don Allah don annabi kar a daina kasuwanci. Kasuwanci shine ran jihar nan, shine ran al'umma, yake kawo ci gaba. Kuma kun sani tun da muka zo kullum muna duba hanyar da za mu taimake ku ne kasuwancin ku ya bunƙasa. Akwai lokacin da ba ku yadda ba, kun ɗauka ma so muke mu na ƙasa ku. Amma yanzu na san kun gane abin da ke.
So that's him assuring them. Once Ashiwaju becomes president, you with all of this and all that, don't worry yourselves. We'll go on TV, if we have to go on TV, on the radio, to tell all our people to keep their money. Don't worry, okay? To keep all of their money, old money, and they continue to spend it and all that. That is him going against the order of his own president from the same political party. That is treasonable. It is treason, especially knowing that it is actually political. It's not because of any economic theory or what have you. APC, Egbekegbe, destroyed Nigeria economy. That is a fact, okay? Which later resulted into more people, being dipped into poverty, multi-dimensional poverty. In 7.5 years, 133 million Nigerians living in multi-dimensional poverty. That's an economic ruin. This Naira change has brought even more economic ruin to Nigeria. It's confusion, Abi, isn't it? That's APC for you. They came, APC, Egbekegbe came to steal, to ruin, and to kill. That's it. They came to steal, to ruin, or to destroy, and then to kill. That's what they came to do. They've done all of this to you already. And they are doing it right now. But for political reason, this guy has committed treason. But he's one of them. Sure you get. So they have to become Omoenu Okaton Sheiku Paoka. And people said, El Rufai is playing Takia, something that will eventually get fat. See, here is the other part of what you have to say. I know it's in Hausa, okay? But, I mean, just to fill up this this blank, I'll say.
Kuma gashi tare muke alƙawarin nan. Duk wani ɗan jihar Kaduna da ke da tsohon kuɗi daga nan zuwa shekara 4 in dai an zaɓi APC uba zai mayar masa da kuɗinsa. Zai tabbatar. So ku daina canza kuɗi. Kuma ku gaya ma kowa a daina kai kuɗi banki. In kai sayarwa da ka karɓi tsohon kuɗin an baka, ku daina cewa sai sabon kuɗi za ku karɓa, kasuwancin ku zai tsaya. Abin da ake so kenan. Ku gaya wa kowa a jihar Kaduna, duk mai tsohon kuɗi ya je ya sayayya. Ku gaya ma kowane ɗan kasuwa ya karɓi tsohon kuɗi. Nasiru ya Rufai da Uba Sani da Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu sun yi muku alƙawari in har an zaɓe mu, wannan tsari za a canza shi a ba kowa iyakan lokacin da ya kamata.
That is El Rufai publicly telling people in Kaduna and Nigerians that Tinubu has done a dehun. He has made a promise, okay, that he's going to cancel this and he was going to sack Emefiele. So keep your money. Don't change any money. Don't listen to anybody. Don't worry anymore. This is a republic now. We are on our own, okay? Now that would take me a little bit further to demand, or should I? There's something I want to show you. There is a new poll that came out that is prompting all of this desperation, okay? And there is something in their new poll that surprised me. And I don't know if that will surprise you too, okay? Religion, only 4% of those who want to vote are saying they are going to vote their candidate because of religion. 4%. Something that says something is shifting. But I'll show you the poll that is getting APC, Egbekegbe, really, really mad within now. That whoever are those sabotaging Tifnumbu within APC, Egbekegbe, they are hitting the real chord with within these guys, and they are ready to bring the whole house down. So somebody just alerted us now that after the judgment, after the order of the Supreme Court that says that the deadline for your Naira exchange should be extended to 15th by the central bank. They said that Malamu, Attorney General of Nigeria, they said that he just made an announcement that the Supreme Court should dismiss the case brought by the three states. Three states, Kogi, Kaduna, and where are the three states who went to Supreme Court? Supreme Court. For Supreme Court to tell CBN to extend the deadline. Like, there's not even any courts before then. Somebody just said that. Now I say, well, if I say the Kaaba are also going to have to respond too. Now APC versus APC. Sure you get. And if they ask you, I know that a lot of people out of the frustration, they are already on the streets. No, we no go agree, we no go, you know what I mean? But if they ask you to explain that, Baba, what exactly? Me, I know the problem. I know that all the sufferings you are suffering are as consequences of the APC versus APC, saboteurs versus saboteurs, enemy of Nigeria, enemy, your enemies. Okay, I know that. But some of you may be like, no, yeah, we are okay. Ask this guy. Wait till they shall go. In Abeokuta.
Because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yoruba. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ nlu. Pressure ti wà.
So that guy, that's the best he could say. However, I'll tell you the pressure. Pressure ti Jegini, pressure ti wa. And this pressure, starting with the APC, Egbekegbe, who love to live in denial, live on propaganda, some facts are beginning to stare them in the face. And that's why they are saying, all of you on the streets, you are angry right now because some people within Buhari's government are making you to suffer more so that you can hate them. That's the propaganda. Do you see the framework of that propaganda? It's called living in denial. The next is going to be violence. Well, they are now organizing protests all over Nigeria, funding them, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. They will tell you peaceful here and there, okay? Then they're going to leverage on that and demand for, not just for the extension of this deadline, right? Even extension of your election, because everything done dabaru right now. I can promise you that. And this is one of the reasons why. A poll came out. This is it. It's called the Steers poll. Now, you see, this poll says that if a lot of people go out on the day of your election, let's say a lot of people turn up, Peter Obi is going to beat Atiku, beat Tifnumbu, beat Kwakwanso, no even day. Now, this is something that is shocking. And this is giving the APC, Egbekegbe real headache, that the only way is to maintain the structure that can guarantee them anything is to make sure that they fund that structure enough, and they may feel it's a trouble for that, right? Now, look at the breakdown here. Something that is really, really bothering them all. Look at it this way. They said that Kwakwanso, right, is still the Ababa in Kano, but nevertheless, right, he's still yet to even make 25% if the election is done tomorrow, right? Now, here is where the breakdown is. They said Peter Obi appears to be the favorite based on declared vote. He is the most popular candidate, no doubt, okay? But according to them, none of all of these three, right, have been able to actually meet a threshold that can say any of them can win and win, like, you know what I mean? Because the numbers of those they said are undecided are even more than any tally of any of them, okay? But according to they say each candidate's share of the vote is estimated by looking at blah, 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 blah. I'm going to use the graphs, okay? Now, another one is, they said, respondents were asked, if election is to hold tomorrow, which presidential candidate would you vote for, right? Red ones are for Obi, blue are for Tifnumbu, Atifku is green, Kwakwanso is a blue, deeper blue, I don't know. And then a silent is a gray. Now, you see down on the screen, right? Now, when they put that together, they said that Peter Obi still, right? Then here is another one on religion. Where did I? So, if election is to hold tomorrow, which presidential candidate would you vote for, right? 43% said they will vote for, 43% Christians said they will vote for Obi. 3% said they will vote for him as Muslims. 3% Muslims said they will vote for him because of, what do you call it? 9% said they vote, Christians said they vote for Tifnumbu. And 8% said they vote, Christians said they vote for Atifku. And then you know the number here as well. Now, going forward, they said that if Obi, as if you have potential, what they said that is likely going to force them into a potential runoff, something that you can call inconclusive as usual, right? And this is so unusual for a political party that was not in any way of reckoning in 10 months ago. Right. Now, yeah. Anyway, you can read all this. I am not so good at breaking down all this stuff because I didn't write them anyway, okay? However, this also correlates with what El Rufai said, that Peter Obi will never get more than, will never get 25% in more than 16 states. Where did that come from? From somebody that is supposed to be a Nollywood actor, somebody that is just acting. Abi, I'll take you to Kogi. Kolu was there today. And it all started, hang on, where is that? Yeah, it all started from this all. And I want you to listen very well. Apart from the comical relief of what he had to say, please, I need you to listen to some certain things he said or he's going to say in this video. And then you can pay attention to the tension within the day's accounting. Let's go to Kogi Government House, where Kolu was a guest of Yeye Bello today.
So you go down.
Your Excellency, the respected
Okay, Joe, see you. Exactly.
Right now. Thank you very much for a very easy introduction. To the majority and all members that the executive governors who accompanied us, please accept my courtesy and protocol as initiated by the government. All other members of our interact distraction, let me single out one of the native poets and song of this state, which parables in Lagos. That is who made a fantastic job on the presidential campaign. But for the responsibility of coming to Kogi, we would have left him behind because he had so much work. To your Royal Highness, particularly the spokesperson, who is equally a Lagosian. I say thank you for accepting me equally as an indigenous son of Kogi State. With that support, I wait my spirit because you have accepted me. You have blessed. Thanks. Thanks. I won't sit without reassuring you as echoed by the governor that this morning hope has been renewed. Understand the pain, the anxiety, and suspense you will have gone through over something that makes no harm. Simple change of currency that should go smoothly. But something is happening, little bit of frustration. But I am a son of a market woman. Who would have not survived without petty training of my mother?
Of the market woman. Well, I would rather take you to the open space where you probably will hear, you'll be able to hear him better. Okay, so let's go to the place where Yeye Bello organized for him in Kogi today. You remember Kogi palliative that they stole, that you discovered? Yeye Bello, ladies and gentlemen.
Our father, the next president, took a lead and made his stand known to the whole country. Everybody heard it clear. And he warned and cautioned about the consequences of such misapplication of such a program. And then some people decided to make cheap political capital out of it. And they said, let Nigerians continue to suffer. They said, let banks continue to close. They said, let our market women continue to suffer. And then some persons kept mute. They kept mute and closed their mouth because they are confused. They don't know where to go. But as all of us, the governors of ABC, have decided to follow the man where no road, the person West Abi Road, which is the next president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We went to Supreme Court, and by the special grace of God, today we have been vindicated. And the implication is that if you have new naira, if you have old naira, make you dey use am corner. Make you dey use am corner. Make you dey use am dey go. You see, that is one of the good things that this city board is bringing for us in Nigeria. When we become president, and when Kashim Shettima becomes vice president, money go dey
in your campaign. That is Yeye Bello of Kogi, the criminal that shot his way to government house. Ta. Those who were against him, you either get killed and burnt, and your whole house burnt down. But look at him. Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria is a criminal den. I mean, the criminals are den. So you get rewarded. If you are a criminal in Nigeria, you will be rewarded. Just make sure that you pick your camp carefully. That is what that guy is. Okogi people. You know that all he said there was because of their assurance of what they have done with Supreme Court. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court was supposed not to have any jurisdiction over such. They don't even get that chance. When they say no chance, they call it issue 15 inside the exclusive list. Exclusive list is exclusively for the executive, and our executive is the one that is in charge of the central bank. We're not in charge anyway, but I mean, you get what I mean? Like, it's meant to be independence of them, but it's from the branch. So why would you bring court and all that? You know what I mean? It's mockery. It's APC. It's what they do. But did you hear where he said that? Oh yeah, man, no yafu. Now, person will know they bring money because according to these guys, with the way things are going, it will get to a stage whereby they would have to bring out all their stolen cash and stash it away. They would have to bring them for their people in their states as demand, because Emefiele said they have withdrawn almost 2 trillion naira old note back from the circulation. So this guy would need to pump out their own 2.9 trillion that they said was missing. So they will need to pump them back, or they will need to change their constitution so that Tinubu can sack central bank governors whenever he likes. You get what I mean? They can do it. I mean, it's APC. But until that is done, whatever Yeye Bello tells you is just for campaign. It's just for talk. No, could they spend them yafu? Are you with me? Because when they want to buy you on your day of your election, there will likely not be any new naira note to share. Yafu. So they are preparing you psychologically, mentally, and they are pursuing legal means to make sure that they legalize their illegality for political gain. They can turn this around, but about 2 weeks is a long time. 24 hours in politics, they say, is a long time. Now, you still have about 2 weeks before you will know if you are going to have an election or they're going to postpone it. But until then, these guys can do anything. They can turn anything around, or maybe they can't. Maybe they will just make it worse. Maybe by making it worse is what is going to work for them. Who knows all the plan? Nobody knows. But at the end of the day, be like say, Omo, the shege just the start. Because they will need to bring the money out, and they can't bring the money out. The one Emefiele said is already withdrawn. So which one are they going to give to their people? when they tell them that they should continue spending money that you can't even access. But Kalu was there as usual to add to the comic relief. Let's go back to that Kogi.
And the people of Kogi, I say thank you very much. All of the governors and members of our party who had followed him down here, for the greatest thanks and joy and respect go to you, the people of Kogi, to manage to get to this stadium. How you get here? How you mobilize yourself to be here? You are my forever respect. God bless you. God bless you. You are great people. You are very honorable people.
Thank you, sir.
We come only to thank you. We thought we will meet. We will meet at empty stadium. Oh, here you are, full of joy, happiness. You are waiting for us. Whether you walk, whether you cry, whether there's boss or no boss, and then again, or motorcycle. Or be affected. You got here to welcome us. God will forever honor you all. God will forever honor all of you. Let me now assure you, this is your sacrifice.
That's Kalu. I mean, he's either praying for you or he's hallucinating on the stage, saying things that are, you know what I mean? But wait for it, okay? This one.
I thank you many times over and over. There is no determination.
It is smoke Igbo. It is taking them.
I thank you many times over and over. There is no determination. I want you to multiply it. On the 25th of February, there is a vote for president, for senator, for House of Rep. Is in your hand now. We just only come to remind you that whether the keke, whether the pepper, whether the bicycle, whether the canvas, you will go there in the morning, cast your vote, be vigilant, and say, I have done my best. I have done my whole. I have voted. And I voted APC.
When you're dead, you don't know that you're dead. But it's really difficult for others. It's kind of the same like when you're stupid. When you're dead, you don't know that you're dead. but it's really difficult for others. It's kind of the same like when you're stupid.
That's from Kogi. Who is your president? Jagaban. Who is your president? Jagaban. It's like somebody was saying that you will see that you see how we are going to shame you when Jagaban become our president. I'm like, every time anybody say that to me, I shake my head. Then I play this video.
When you're dead, you don't know that you're dead. But it's really difficult for others. It's kind of the same like when you're stupid.
Do you get that? It's kind of the same. But here is Kolu. I only came to thank you or dance. Let's go back to that Kogi again, sir.
You and assurance. Those who are telling you that they are the other party. I don't want to mention their name. They even rejoice when you cannot sell your product. For me here, I am from the city. I am a market boy.
Okay, this is the part, you know, he was saying something there that some people don't want you to sell your market. And he switched to, I am a son of a market woman. I'm a city boy. And all of that nonsense I said there. But it's Kolu. Now, he's saying something here to add to the confusion. He's talking about Ajaokuta. The same Ajaokuta that they celebrated that Ajaokuta roar back to life under Buhari. Femi Okonu Adeshina. Go and Google it. Ajaokuta roar back to life. Written by Femi Okonu Adeshina. Roar back to life, yeah, Baba. It was only inside the newspaper. Ajaokuta is as dead. But these fraudsters, every election cycle, Ajaokuta we shall come into the conversation. The Russians that have been in USSR, the Russians that built Ajaokuta, the technology of 1970, these criminals till tomorrow keep it as they said that Tifku sold it. Buhari bought it back, Niabi collected it back, and they have been using it as their own conduit pipe as well. So Kolu, confused, deluded Kolu, add this to her to it too.
You see, your hope is here. Ajaokuta is represented and will be done.
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking them.
Ajaokuta is resuscitated and it is done. I mean, it will be done. I don't know. Sorry. I hate it. I hate quoting Kolu. It's so difficult.
You see, your hope is here. Ajaokuta is represented and will be done. Drinking of River Niger will be done. Agriculture will be our means of livelihood and prosperity. In our central has the potential for great mineral industrialization, fabrication, engine building, and industrial development. I guarantee you, I know how to do it. I'm smarter than the candidate.
You have done it before. You have done it before.
I am the road runner, a better candidate, the man who knows the road, the man who knows how to develop money, the man who keep promises, lie of 15 years of other parties, did not work for us. We say we change them. They want to take advantage of hardship. You will never see hardship in your life. You will never regret.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, is it just me? Was it campaigning or praying for them like a crusade? And were the audience or the people there, every time he said something, they were shouting, "Amen, amen"? Or is it just me? No, it can't just be me. I mean, you are sitting down there right now and you are like, why are they shouting amen, amen? Why is he praying? He's meant to tell them what he's going to do, how he's going to do it. Abi? Which one is amen? Like, Ami, oh, may God let you do, Abi? I'll replay that, sorry. I just couldn't sit back here just like, amen, amen. She amen, ni mo ń gbọ́ ni Abi? Amen. Amen.
You see, your hope. Hope is here. Ajabuta is represented and will be done. Drinking of the Niger will be done. Agriculture will be our means of livelihood and prosperity. In our central and so potential for great mineral industrialization, fabrication, energy building, and industrial development. I guarantee you, I know how to do it. I'm smarter than the candidate.
You have done it before. You have done it before.
I am the road runner, a better candidate, the man who knows the road, the man who knows how to develop money, the man who keep promises, lie of 15 years of other parties, did not work for us. We say we change them. They want to take advantage of hardship. You will never see hardship in your life. You will never regret in your life. Your children will be greater and greater than all of you. You will see education that is flourishing. You will see industry that will develop for you. You will see progress made in Kogi. Kogi is our mineral center.
Oṣó ni, àjẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣẹ́ni ni, afàìmọ́niṣẹ́ni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oṣó ni, àjẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣẹ́ni ni, afàìmọ́niṣẹ́ni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oṣó ni, àjẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣẹ́ni ni, afàìmọ́niṣẹ́ni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Amen. Amen. Because that's exactly what I felt like. He was telling people that are suffering, you shall never suffer. He said they want to take advantage. Is that not what I told you? They want to take advantage of your suffering, of your hardship. You shall never suffer. Omo, See people wait if nobody they pray for. My guy, wait till they share leg go.
Because many people are dying. Everything are doing. My so pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yoruba. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ Louis. Pressure ti wà. Because many people are.
Pressure ti wà everywhere. And that pressure, if you like say on top Kolu, they go take mountain. Pressure wall everywhere. And Kolu said they want to take advantage of that. And he's saying, you shall not know suffering. You will not know hardship. People where they suffer, they tell them say they will not know suffering. And they are shouting, amen. Amen. And I think it was enough. Did you see those guys who quickly walked in to try and stop him before he began to talk nonsense again? Did you see them? That governor from where that guy come from? That guy with white beard. Anyway, that's Kolu. But somebody who is also meant to be a friend of Kolu, this guy has something to say just yesterday.
For helping a man to power is that you too must become president. Then Amechi has the same right, if not more. Amechi twice has been the director general of the Buhari campaign. Twice. Spent money, sleepless nights, traveling all over Nigeria. You have an Oshibajo who is very calm, one of those who built the Tinubu image that we have today. You can see the man staying back and watching quietly.
Are you reading the situation right? Because, I mean, you pointed out the speech of I think you're referring to the speech of the governor's decision that they took, and also the speech he made, Governor Nasir Rufai made in Kaduna, when he says that the North will not go back on its own words. Is that what you're referring to?
No, it's not about the North not going back on its own words. It's about someone who is being opportunistic, playing a clever game. You know Tinubu is not going to win. The race for 2027 has started. If you are not a politician, you don't know. These guys, they play in advance.
I just want to get that.
So that's why I'm telling you that it's not about power returning to the South. It is about the ambition of certain individuals in APC who know that Tinubu will not win, and they are positioning themselves for 2027. Let me finish, please. Yes. Please, my sister.
Go ahead.
They know that in 2037, you cannot win. No Northerner can win without the South.